The goal is to explain you about this particular workbook. What are we going to go through this, and we'll be discussing about the topics. Okay, so ideally this is being created in a specific way, starting from grade 6 onwards. So 6, 7, sorry, 4, 5, grade 1 to 6. You have a specific criteria where in grade 6 you have the I primary exam, and after that 6 onwards, 6, 7, 8 you have these three books, and then we jump into grade 9 and IGCSE. Okay, so let's just quickly jump in, and I'll explain you the points what is there. So introduction wise, this is just a brief session. This is not going to be a full long session. This is just a brief introduction on what are the points we are going to learn about this, and the method of using this workbook. So if by any chance, do you have this book with you?
No, sir.
Okay.
This book only.
Okay. So I will send you a copy of this book. Huh? I can send you one.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I do have a digital copy with
You
me.
also send me this book. Then I was.
Yeah, computer science, I do have a soft copy of that as well. I can send it to you.
Sir, you send me this book.
Okay. I sent you the soft copy, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Yes. Yeah. So now I'm again, I got confused. Now you did you join the Saturday class also? Nanny?
No, sir.
Ah. Nah. When you asked me to send the message, yes. Mangwata Dhamma. Now I remember. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I remember. Okay. Perfect. All good. Okay. So for the IGCSE, for that computer science, we are actually learning a certain set of background components inside this year 8 module itself. Okay, so this whole thing is comprised of 6 units. We have 6 units, and I'll take you through the set of units, and I'll explain you what we are going to learn about. And what I want to do is, in this class, I want to just to get an idea about what we are going to get ourselves into. And I will give you this particular book as well. I do have a soft copy, so I'll drop it on WhatsApp, and I can share it. So okay, primarily we talk about binary. So binary and online graphics. So this is a module which is being questioned until advanced levels. Okay, so this typical question about pixels and bitmaps and creating vector graphics and all is actually being questioned heavily. So here we talk about few points. So primarily we talk about vector graphics, how a vector graphic is being built, and we learn how to draw vector graphics, as well as the creational part of a vector graphic. Okay, and then we talk about bitmaps. So the difference between a vector and a bitmap. Okay, so simple terms, if you you use.
I have a tutor of this binary and online graphics.
Perfect. Okay. I will anyway give you the workbook. So in the workbook you have all the details in it.
Okay.
Okay. So just to ask you a question now, have you used any photo editing softwares?
Not yet, sir. I got some Photoshop and that's all. Photoshop and Word, PowerPoint,
Okay.
Excel.
Got it. Okay. So in Photoshop, just a random question. If you stretch an image එකක් open කරලා, if you stretch it, ඇදලා ගත්තොත්, what happens?
The image will be blurred.
Yes. So we call it.
The pixels
Exactly. Perfect. Good answer. Great. So we call it pixelation. Image එක stretch කරොත්, the image will pixelate, right? So that is the whole idea behind a bitmap. So that image is created using pixels, and since the pixel density is higher when it's small, you can see it properly. But if you stretch it, if the pixels get stretched, then automatically it starts to get blurred, right? So in this module we will be learning about why this happens, and how these pixels are being generated and created. Okay, and then we have some points where we talk about comparing, and we talk about binary and pixels, as well as we talk about the color depth and the binary representation, and the for the specific colors, what type of binary representations which is needed. So
Ready for colors?
correct, yes, and the color depth and the representation. Sigma, because this is very important. Did you follow the new VGA card releases? Nvidia
Yes, sir.
5090.
Yes.
Yes, so the new
I
50
got my laptop is 50
40
50 40, yes. No, 50 60.
40 60
40 60.
40 60. Yeah, 50 just got released when
Yeah, sir.
50 50 jet got, yeah. 40 60, is it a 40 60 Ti or a desktop version?
TI.
Ti, okay. Ti is the mobile version. So you have when it
I
comes,
have a laptop.
yeah. Sorry, it's like this. Now, when it comes to laptops, you do have two different types of motherboards. So you have the desktop grade laptop motherboards and mobile grade laptop motherboards. Okay,
I
so you have a mobile grade laptop motherboard. So the
I don't know about that, sir.
yeah, so usually the 4060 Ti card goes on the mobile grade laptop because of the performance. Because now your laptop is focused on giving you the maximum for the battery power which you have. But
Yes, sir. I got some MS size. I bought 15, the new
okay,
generation one,
yeah,
i7 India code.
okay,
I got this in before this month
okay,
in December.
okay.
December 20th, I got this laptop
Ah, nice.
from my
Okay.
father.
Okay, okay. That means Core series Core i7. That's the I can't remember the model. That should be KB Lake, I think. What's
I
the
got
generation?
generation
12th gen or 13th gen?
i7.
i7, yes.
i7, I got
Just do a Google search, type the CPU, sorry, laptop model, and ask for the CPU generation. It all depends on the CPU generation. Should be something. I think if you got it this like couple of months ago, then that means it should be it should be a 12th gen or a 13th gen.
yes, yes, it is the 12 gen.
12th gen, exactly,
I
yes.
remember.
Yeah, should be 12th gen. So that's a massive machine. Na? You can do some damage with that laptop. You can do some nice video editing, as well as you can yeah, gaming, obviously, yes. Yeah, gaming is not nowadays. For gaming, you don't need that much of high end performance. I do game a
Yes,
lot.
sir.
I have a PlayStation Pro, and I do play
I am
games a
a big
lot.
fan, Marvel fan, because of the games they are releasing and
Yes.
movies.
Did you play the last Guardians of the Galaxy game?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, massive title. Eh? I got addicted to the songs in that. I technically played it twice. I played it on my PlayStation 4, and I do have a Steam Deck. Have you seen a Steam
Yeah.
Deck?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I have a Steam Deck OLED which I bought recently. I played it on that as well because the game is so nice, and you have different stories in it. No? Different options where you can play the
Yes.
story different ways. So that's good. That's good. Okay, so what I was explaining us this color depth and binary representation is something which Nvidia demonstrated with their new VGA card, where they released the 5090 series, that Black Lake architecture. So what it does is it actually uses AI to predict and generate frames based on the color depth and the color variations. So technically now example is like if it is a game, every frame has to be rendered one after the other. But what happens is here, without rendering every frame, it gives a certain load to the AI module, the AI chip, which will then automatically predict and generate the frames. So it works, but what happens is this will give you extremely high frame rate. So have
SPS.
yes, FPS. Do you follow this guy called Linus Tech Tips? Linus.
No.
Okay, so after the class, just search this on, search for this guy on Google, YouTube. So he was in the tech industry for a long time. He's someone like MKBHD, where he does this hardware reviews. Linus, Linus Tech Tips. So he actually went to the Nvidia booth at CES, and he played Cyberpunk, and he noticed few points, because in Cyberpunk with the 5070 or 5070 or 5090, when you have that AI upscaling thing enabled, sometimes the game has artifacts in it. Artifacts means some of the, like the banners and movement is, sometimes it's blurred out, because the AI doesn't know how to exactly generate. No? So so it assumes that it's a letter and it generates something blurry. But the FPS difference, the 4090 card is 80 to 100 FPS, 5090 is 250 to 300 FPS. So it's almost three times. So if you have a nice display and all, then yes, you can enjoy it, as well as be careful lah. Maybe CPUs or VGA cards, they actually mostly they focus on these stuff for AI and model tuning, not for gaming. So that's why they come up with this heavy VGA cards, so that we can generate AI patterns, and we can actually program models, tune models. So you can also do that with your laptop. You can try out something like Meta. Facebook Meta has this AI model called Llama, LLAMA. So you can install Llama on your laptop, and you can actually write custom program prompts to, and you can train a Llama model. And you can ask it to perform different actions.
I am doing some good work on AI that are called Leonardo AI.
Leonardo, yeah, yes, okay. I have
I generate some big photos.
photos and all.
Images.
Yes.
Images that are very.
Yeah, you can actually run most of this AI workload on your laptop itself, huh? Because your VJ card is more than enough to run it. It will take some time, but you can run it. I'll teach you how to do that later on. Yes. Okay. And then we do have the final point where we talk about binary addition. So this is all about calculations, where we convert decimal to binary to decimal, decimal to hexadecimal, binary to hexadecimal, and so on and so forth. I think you might have already done these calculations a couple of times, but here we track back and we touch the base on it. Then we jump into the data on the web. So this is the second unit. So here we talk about primarily about the data and the networking capabilities. So we talk about bytes, bits, and nibbles, and the storage capacity, what type of storage which can be used, and how this capacity is determined to be applicable in the cloud systems. And we talk about binary and binary, we talk about creating a power of calculator, and we talk about internet bandwidth. Internet bandwidth, big topic, because I hope you know that Starlink got approved as well. So hopefully, I also got registered and I paid for one as well. Still no idea when that will get approved, but hopefully we'll be able to get it within this year. So we'll talk about that as well. And then at the same time we have a module where we actually try out creating a bandwidth calculator. And at the same time, we'll be talking about compression and this type of encodings. So, why do we need compression?
To compress something?
Yeah, compression, but when it comes to internet, may topic data on the web, why do we need compression on the online?
To
No,
get
just
more quality?
quality wise, if it is more quality, then it will be less compressed, right? Because compression, like when you compress something, obviously you're going to lose somewhat of the quality, right?
To save the storage capacity?
Perfect, yes. So internet, as we know it, is basically how it works is you open up a website, you put a URL, and in that website that would get connected to a server, and the server will basically send you some data, right? That's the typical method of internet and how it works. Now the thing is like this. Now if you have a slow connection, now okay, for us we are all, I hope you are using fiber as well. You are using a SLT fiber link.
No, sir. No.
Uh,
I'm
uh,
using
a
wireless
4G.
4G home broadband.
Okay, that's good. Your connection is quite good. Connection is
Thank you, sir.
relatively good, because for us in I live in Kaluboila, so for us we have 4G available, but the connection stability is not there. But this SLT fiber is actually quite stable. So the problem is why we need compression is we have, sorry, the main point we are learning, all these points are actually when you're building a web app. So I have personally built like more than couple of hundred web apps, because during my companies and in my companies we have developed multiple types of web apps. So now these web apps, they do need to cater a vast array of users. Example is okay, good example. We developed Camera LK website in Sri Lanka. So just my company, we are the ones who basically build that website. So if you open up Camera LK in any connection, it will load at the same speed. So if you open Camera LK on a mobile,
Yes, I do.
yeah, mobile phone, or if you open it on a website or any other device, the loading speed will be the same. So the reason behind that is we are using a certain set of compression algorithms so that the data is compressed when it's being sent back. So it's so optimized, you can even open this on a slow 3G connection. Or phone you can still browse it. Browse it, but I'm not sure whether the payment module will work, because maybe payments usually get sent to another banking website, no? So payment sometimes doesn't work because of the third party ends, but then again altogether the system works. So the compression is required because when we are sending something through the internet, it has to be compressed up to a certain extent, because otherwise people won't be able to open it. As well as we have another point where we talk about the bandwidth. So when we are sending some data through the internet, again we have to think about the bandwidth, and according to the bandwidth we have to adjust. So at this point we talk about simple set of factors like video quality. So if you take something, let's say if you take YouTube, depending on the video quality, depending on the internet connection, YouTube automatically adjusts the video quality, right? It sometimes it's take it up. So if you put it as automatic, sometimes if the connection is good, you will instantly start to see high definition, high quality video, and instantly sometimes it goes down.
Full HD.
Yes, yeah, you can put it as full HD, but even if it is full HD, sometimes it goes down. Like if the connection gets slow, it
Yeah, 140.
why, yes, exactly. It can go down to close to 140. That's the issue. So that is two things. That is one, to make sure that the video is playing, and the second one is customer experience, the user experience. Like if you go back, when initially YouTube was there, like I don't know, then අවුරුදු 10කටත් වැඩි නේ.
2008.
2008, yeah. So those days when you start playing it, it kind of hangs. When you start playing, it plays and then it stops. And then it renders a little bit more and then it starts playing. So you can see when you start play, it plays, then stops there while that white color buffering line goes forward. Then it starts to play again, and then again there's going to be a buffering line. Okay, that was with the technology we had back then. And after that, 2012, 2015, 2018, we had massive advancements in the technology, like cloud, introduction to the cloud, and so on and so forth. So then things got into very high performance architectures. So that made us what we have right now. So now even if you move your mouse over a thumbnail, it starts to play. Likewise. So that's the whole concept what we'll be learning about this data module. Then here we talk about processing. So processing, these points, we have talked about this in multiple grades. I think even in local syllabus we have talked about hardware, wearable technologies, and so on and so forth. But be careful, these wearable technologies, there was a question in the last year A-level, Edexcel A-level ICT paper, where they showed a watch and asked few questions about what are the features of a wearable watch, and what type of things can it track. So this question was there in the A-level paper. So we learn it at this point at grade year 8, but it goes until advanced levels. Yeah. So we never know when you get that type of a mix of a question, but then again, always remember when look at me. Edexcel is a practical, Edexcel IT is a practical subject. Right? So you can't just memorize everything and write, because they expect you to write answers in a specific way where that explanation and the keyword has to be there. So sometimes if the keywords are properly written and even the paragraph doesn't make sense, you still tend to get marks because you have mentioned the keywords. So that's the point with Edexcel. I'm not sure about 100% sure about other subjects. Other subjects are but IT, if you follow the specific structure, I will always teach you the keywords when I'm going through the slides and pointing with the points. So we will write down the keywords as well, so then you can follow it that way. Okay, perfect. So we learn a brief about computer hardware, and then we talk about wearable technology, different types of wearable technologies, smartwatches, bands. Now we have rings also, like wearable rings and wearable bands. Yes. And we do have different types. Cards, yeah. But wearable means it has to be, you have to wear it at some point. I saw this yesterday. Yesterday at there was a video. So these days CES is going on, the largest consumer electronics fair. So CES, a company, they released a wearable contact lens with a. You saw it, yeah, with that.
And someone who told told me there are glasses.
They have released couple of augmented reality glasses as well. Yes, yeah. I think ඕක මරු එකට තියෙන්නේ තව අවුරුදු 4කින් 5කින් මේ එක්සෑම් එකකට ගියාම එහෙම අර බෙල් එක අල්ලලා බලන්න යන ඇස් දෙක දිහා. Someone can easily wear contact lenses and come for an exam, no? You get the point.
And someone can wear a glasses and
Wear a glass and come as well, exactly. And those glasses are discreet, huh? You can't like
yes.
technically, unless if you know that it's a AR glass, nobody can track you. Nobody can detect. So yeah, so that is actually good technology. I think that company was there for a long time. I went through their history and they started the company back in 2012 or something. Now only they have released an actual prototype where you can actually wear. Okay, so that's like in those. I can't remember the. Yeah, have you played Call of Duty?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, okay. Call of Duty.
I am a big pro in Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, you play the mobile or the game?
Mobile.
Call of Duty mobile, okay.
Mobile and Warzone.
Warzone, yeah. Warzone, I started playing it while it was like immediately out, but after that I got bored of it. And since I have the
And I played the
Modern Warfare, yes, yeah.
3-3.
Okay, I didn't play the new one yet. But
I played second one, not the new one.
there was a new one also, no? There was a recently.
Black Ops.
That was Black Ops, yes. Okay.
Black
That is
Ops
where
is-
we have the Ghost, ne? Ghost is
Yes.
there, no? Yes, okay. You know what? I can't play those games in the Steam Deck because the Steam Deck has so apparently Steam Deck is running on Linux. So that is running on this thing called Steam OS. Steam OS is part Linux. So this Call of Duty game has an anti-cheat software. Okay, so you cannot run any cheat softwares while you're playing the game. So this anti-cheat doesn't run on Linux. It needs Windows. And because of that stupid reason, you can't play that game on the Steam Deck. I don't know why they came up with it. And anyway, with a Steam Deck with the controller layout, you're not going to play that in a competitive level, no man. I don't know, like I can't play that in a competitive level. If I'm playing competitive, then I need my mouse and keyboard. So because of that reason, I couldn't play it. But in that,
I am a big sniper in every Call of Duty I play.
okay, how do you snipe in Warzone? Isn't it hard?
No,
You have to double.
it is easy.
You play with 4 fingers or 3 fingers? I mean, on the mobile.
Mobile, in my
Warzone, you play it on the laptop. PC.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Modern Warfare. I played Modern Warfare in the laptop, but
Okay.
Warzone and Call of Duty Mobile I play in my phone.
That's the thing. So, in your phone, it's hard to zoom, no?
No, I am sometimes zooming, but
Okay.
When the enemy is close, I
Yeah,
adjust
you
my
switch to a-
keys on.
Yeah.
No, I adjust my keys.
You adjust the keys.
Yes.
Keys in the sense, so
You
that.
should- You should adjust the keys before you snipe.
Okay,
Because-
keys.
Because when you are getting zoom and
Yeah.
there are option that called zoom and shoot.
Yeah.
The player is zooming and
Yeah.
shooting.
Yeah.
That is got more time than the other one.
Yes, yeah, that takes more time, and the recoil is also there. Once a shot is made, that they have to reload the gun.
Yes, yes.
I have one of my friends who is playing with 4 fingers. I don't know how he's doing it, but he plays it like this.
Yes.
Hands like this, but it's
I am playing with 2 fingers.
he plays it like this
Yeah.
with all five fingers on the screen. I don't know how to do it, but he's actually quite good. He can snipe really well, and he's playing also really good.
I have a video of my sniping. I'm doing some YouTube channel.
Ah, nice. Okay, send it to me. Love to see it.
Okay, but I am stopping because my exams was coming.
Yeah,
and
that's good. That's good. No,
I
no,
have
just
to
yeah.
go
Focus.
another ways.
Obviously, focus on the exams, but may have a little bit of time to
But
wind down.
I am doing another one in the next year.
Okay.
I will send you the
Yes. Yeah.
link.
Yeah. I also like don't regularly game, but when I get a chance, just to clear up my mind, I play some games. Okay. So
Now onwards,
yeah.
I remove Call of Duty and playing NFS Heat, Need for Speed Heat.
That is a quite old one, right? Heat came couple of years ago, right?
2000, yes.
Yeah, it came couple of yeah. I haven't played the game, but I have. I saw
2020.
20. Yeah, okay,
2020
okay.
December 3rd.
Got it. Okay. I'm not a car game fan. I do play, but not that regularly. Okay, perfect. So jumping back to this one. So we'll be covering up those points and logo designs, as well as then we jump into some, I don't know, like it's about spreadsheets. So we talk about spreadsheets, but I know you might have done a Word, Excel, and all those spreadsheet formulas and functions. So this would be just a walk in a park. And then we have the spreadsheet modeling. So spreadsheet modeling part, we actually learn few specific things where how data can be connected through spreadsheets. So there are certain points where you can actually connect sheets together and build a final data point. So we will be learning about that, and then actually the reason we learn it, and I have to tell the reason also. So the reason is now this is the fundamental part where we learn about data and how to analyze data. So we basically take some set of information and we process it, right? We process it and we put it into a database. So in this case, we put it into a spreadsheet, right? So that analyzing part, we learn why this structuring or this modeling has to be done, and why or the way it is structured. So when you learn that, it will automatically get you into this particular topic, which will give you the required knowledge about data and information. So you need to literally know what is the difference between data and information, because now, especially now with the AI revolution and with everything getting analyzed, right? Okay, example, when you go online, your each and every step is tracked, right? So if you are logged in using one of your Gmail accounts or anything, whatever the page you visit, Google knows. Whatever the location you click, Google knows it. And if you go to a YouTube video, let's say you watch one video, and then you click on another video, and then you click on another video, and then when you click on the fourth video, Google automatically updates its algorithm because Google knows your path. That's why when you go to YouTube, if you start watching all these game playback videos, then next day when you go to the home page, it's all games. And if you watch food reviews, next day it's all food reviews. If you watch car reviews, then next day it's all car reviews. Right? As well as tracking. So now Google uses this tracking system called Google Tags. So Google Tags and Google Analytics, that actually allows us to track a user. Example is now I have my ICT Sri Lanka website. So if by any chance if you visit the ICT Sri Lanka website and if you go to Facebook or YouTube, you will start to see my ads because I have a focused advertisement campaign running on specific users who visit my website. And if you go to the courses section of the website, then you will start to see specific course ads when I publish it. I'm not doing any courses right now, but when I publish it, Google knows that okay, this day this person under this email address opened up this page and immediately when I put the ad, you will start to see it. So that is what's the power of data. So now these days data scientists, they are like in a heavy required demand. Sorry, there's a massive demand for them because people are evolving and building up systems. Okay, recently, you know cyberpunk, no? So for cyberpunk, recently there was an update where they released a campaign update with AI monologues. So technically now in the current game you go, have you played cyberpunk? No.
Not yet. I watched some videos.
Watch some videos. Okay. I started playing it, but the game is so massive, and then I just forget about it because it has multiple different game, let's say, game categories, like ways to play the game. You can play with multiple category characters and all. Anyway, what I want to tell you was now there was a new add-on where when so in the default game when you approach some person, you get the questions. You get few questions and you have to ask the questions.
Yes.
And according to the questions, the game will be curated, right? But when that new AI module is done, you don't get questions. You just go there and you casually ask something. You have to ask him. මචං කොහොමද වගේ. You have to go to the person who is standing by the road and just say hi, how are you? And then he starts having a discussion with you. And according to the discussion, we have to be strategically and ask him the questions. So if it is a crime scene, we have to go there and we have to kind of like small talk එකක් දාලා we have to first get be friends with him, and then sleep එකේ we have to ask මේක දැක්කත් මොකදුනේ what do you think, what happened here? And then only they start talking. So it's interesting, huh? So how to build that, it's all about data. So you have a massive language model. We call them language models, large language models. So you create a massive language model with multiple data points, and after that you create an engine. And in that engine, it gives you the ability to interact with users. Interesting way, yeah, because now those VJ cards are also going out. The whole gaming genre will be completely changed. So that's the reason we learn about all these points.
The new VJ card will be processed for 8 years.
Mehema, it's like this.
No sir.
Yeah.
මේ දැන් අලුතෙන් එන VJ card එකේ අවුරුදු 8ක එන ගේම්ස් උත් ගන්න පුළුවන් දන්නේ. දැන් මේ මගේ තියෙන එකේ අවුරුදු 4ක ඉස්සරහා ගන්න පුළුවන්.
පුළුවන් way because it's like this. Then okay මෙහෙම දැක් තිබුණා. So in the old VJ cards, I mean not old නෙමෙයි, let's say previous generation VJ cards, what happened was okay, I'll explain this in a very simple way. So games runs on a system called game engines. Okay, so what you do is, let's say අපි දෙන්නට පටන් ගන්නවා කියලා අපි දෙන්නට පුළුවන් game engine එකක් හදන්න. So usually it's too expensive for us to build a game engine. So what we do is we piggyback on something like Unreal engine එක එනවනේ. Unreal වගේ engine එකක් ගන්නවා. So that engine is designed to run on a specific hardware specification. දැන් මෙච්චර කාලයක් තිස්සේ ඔය engines හැදුනේ hardware focus කරලා. So you don't know, this was like long time ago, but early 2000s, we were playing games, and sadly there were some games where I couldn't play. මොකද මේ my ගාව තිබුණේ Raiden card එක. Raiden card එක. One of my friends had a Nvidia card, and when NFS Need for Speed 7 was released. Okay, I think 2002, 2003, hari 4 hari. That game was playing on my card, and we played it on my friend's card, and it was totally different because the game engine was actually restricted based on the hardware. again අරයාගේ hardware acceleration power එකට හරියන්නේ
FS7 is underground
underground එක
yeah
yes underground එක so ඒකේ so when that game starts you get the Nvidia logo also, so that was powered by Nvidia. They did it in a specific way that was locked into that particular VGA card. So when I try to play it on my VGA card, it worked. The game worked, but about 60% of the graphics weren't there. Graphics and effects weren't there. So that was how these VGA cards evolved from back then. But now what happened was, now that processing part is no more there, because all the cards are extremely powerful. Even your phone has a high-end powerful card. So now it's a matter of supporting the game engine. Game engine එක run කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඕනේ එකක ඔක run වෙනවා. ඒකනේ when they released the iPhone 15 Pro Max, they enabled high-end gaming. So this Resident Evil and all these high-end games, actually like AAA titles, they all work on the iPhone. So that's how it works. Then ඔතන වෙන්නේ 5080 එකේ 5090 එකේ 5090 works on a complete different algorithm. What it does is it gives most of the load on AI. So hardware processing is there, but since the AI algorithm can regenerate frames and generate more content, that can last you a long time. As they say, that's how they market. Because that VGA card would cost you, I think, more than $1 million, I believe. Lanka.
2.5 million no.
Oh, anything? So if you buy a VGA card for 2.5 million, it should last for at least 10 years, I believe. Otherwise, it's going to be a massive amount. That's the thing. So that's the idea in a nutshell. That's how it works. Okay. So, and then based on all those data points, then we talk about filtering and how to filter data and designing different techniques for online advertisements, as well as we talk about charting and some displaying part. Then now we jump into programming. So unit 5, we talk about algorithms and turtle programming. We talk about sequences and iterations. We talk about programming errors, and then we jump into Python programming. Because now here, this is where we learn about Python, because in IGCSE, we don't learn about the Python basics. IGCSE, කෙලින්ම අපි පයින්නවා hardcore Python. If you go through the first topic in the computer science book I sent you, you can see that we completely dive deep into the programming concepts itself. So we talk about Python, Java. So here you have all three options, but I will be following Python. You do have Java and .NET as well, C# as well as options. So now it jumps directly in, because we will be covering the basics here. So here we will be learning about Python, as well as we'll talk about selecting different selection algorithms, what type of algorithms we need, and then we create a simple chatbot. මේ chatbot එක ඔයාට නම් හොඳට කරන්න පුළුවන්, because you have a good machine. because there are like different sub programs and systems which we can use. Once we jump to this, I also want to try this out. Let's try to load a language model in your machine. So if so anybody who is watching this video, when we jump into this module, if you have a good laptop, I'll let you try out something with a language model similar to ChatGPT. We can download an open source language model and we can actually build an actual chatbot using a language model, and we can come up with something similar to ChatGPT, and you can run it on your own laptop. Try එකක් දීලා බලමු මේක. හැබැයි you need to have a decent machine. I'm not saying you need to have an extremely high-end machine, but it should have a decent VGA card, because VGA card is the one who is going to process all the calculations and algorithms. And then we talk about subprograms in algorithms, as well as there's a small part where we create a game, where we create a missing word game based on couple of loops and algorithms. Then
we have to create a game.
Yes, there's a small point where in this version we create a game. This is game in the sense game keyword a game but anyway, this is about creating a list of let's say, yes, programming functions to basically go through it and find a missing word. Paragraph එකක් දෙනවා, it will show you the points and ask you to find the missing word. But then again, it will be quite interesting because we will be using multiple different types of algorithms to write this. So there will be different sorting algorithms, programming algorithms, and so on and so forth. So that's the only way it will allow you to write. Okay, and then software and communication, final module. Here we talk about, this is again all theory. Then අපි කලින් ඔක්කොම practical කර ඉඳලා now we jump into full theory module. So here we talk about surveillance technologies, we talk about types of software and operating systems, utility softwares, as well as different type of hardware, internet hardware. So why do we need these type of internet hardware, in the sense routers, switches, and whatever which is required to run this. And we talk about wireless communication technologies, as well as internet and the World Wide Web. And finally, we talk about some surveillance, ethics, and also there's a certain point about data breaches and cybercrime. So this is about how you can protect your data, and how these applications and systems can be structured based on specific requirements to handle it. Okay, so that's the base point of everything. Okay, so that's about unit 6. Then I'll quickly jump through the usage of the workbook, and so far I hope there's no questions. The structure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So yeah, final couple of slides. So I just wanted to make this quick and simple, just to explain what we are going to get ourselves into. And by the way, this video will be public. It will be available through the LMS, and this will be in the YouTube channel as well. So I will share it with you guys later on. And then okay, so this is the Inspire Computing workbook structure. Okay, so for the workbook structure, you have a certain way of studying this. Okay, so this workbook is created in a specific way so that you can actually use this as a short note. Okay, so you have few specific points. Number 1 is keywords. Okay, so here every workbook point will have highlighted keywords. So remember, keep this in mind. So throughout the Edexcel system, Edexcel modules, these keywords plays a big role. Okay, so the keywords are the primary points. When you are writing the answer, these keywords must be there. Okay, මේක වැඩේ තියෙන්නේ මෙහෙම අපි ඉස්සර අපේ local syllabus එකේ එහෙම අපි සමහරලාට අර ප්‍රශ්නෙම උත්තරයට ලියනවනේ. ප්‍රශ්නේ අනිත් පැත්ත අරවලා උත්තරයට ලියලා කාලයක් තිබ්බනේ. ලියලා you expect හරි මෙහෙමයි you try to පොඩ්ඩක් අර shape කරලා බටර් ගාලා you have to try you normally try to do that. But in Edexcel curriculum it's not, you can't do it like that because we also get that from the examinations department. So we do get an exact marking scheme, and in that marking scheme there's a specific marking criteria. This is all publicly available. You can actually go to IGCSE this exam, sorry, the Edexcel link, yeah, website, and you can see all the lecture notes, sorry, all the past papers, as well as in those past papers you have this document called examiner's document. Okay, so that is a document where they provide a specific guideline of marking. So for each and every question they provide a guideline saying, okay, if these keywords are existing, give marks. If these ABC keyword exists, okay, give marks. This is not the marking scheme. Okay, දෙකක් එනවා. There's an examiner guide as well. So examiner guide you have to study. Because when you go through it, you can get an idea how the marking is happening. And marking scheme, obviously marking scheme has all the answers. Okay, so that's the idea behind the keywords. And then we have the each and every module. When it comes to the starting point, you have the learning objectives. So these learning objectives will basically give you a clear overview about what is this module is about. So here it will let you know what you will be able to do after learning that module. So example is if it is about Python, then it will say, okay, the key objective is for you to learn Python so that you can develop a code by the end of the module, something like that. Okay, and then we have the related topics on the other hand side. We have the related topics here. So this would be basically focusing on other related topics which is connected to this particular module or the topic. And මේක තමයි most important. මෙන්න මෙයා. The real world examples. Here it will basically show you few real world examples where how this particular thing can be applied in your real world life. So this is one of my teaching techniques as well. දැන් මම අත කතා කරනකොට මම අර ඇත්තට වෙච්ච දේවල් ටික ඇදලා mix කරාම it's easy for you to understand, right? With the real world stuff like games and VGA cards and PCs and CPUs and whatnot, everything, right? So this Edexcel in the workbook, they of course use something similar. So they do explain this point in real world connections. And then at the end of the workbook, you might find something like this, where you can see there's this thing called further investigation. Okay, so that is for you to actually, if you want to learn more about that topic, then further investigation will actually guide you in a path where you can find out what are the points you need to do or learn in order to cover this stuff, right? And then you have in the downside here, you have the success criteria. So the success criteria is what has been understood from that particular lesson. So මේක කරාට පස්සේ වැඩේ හරි කියන්න නම් you should have understood that idea. Okay, so that's the method of reading this. Then you get 2 pages. Okay, now in these pages මේ color කරලා එන part එකේ these are assessment pages. Okay, so there you will get some exam questions and answer in the midway of units. So this will basically show you a certain set of questions which you are going to get in the exam, but these are example questions. But example unata, we have seen at couple of times where these questions were did appear on the papers, but with the terms changed a little bit here and there, but the question was the same. So it happens sometimes. And then at the same time, in this assignment pages, you will have the analysis and the end unit checklist. These two are also there. මේක හරි complex ආ මෙහෙම තිබුණාට අනම්මනම් කැලි ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. Okay. The reason these points are there is for you to analyze yourself and to make sure that you're on track. Okay. So the analysis will basically give you a set of example answers so that you can understand what is being done and you're okay. And end of the unit checklist will basically say that what you have completed and what you should know at the end. Okay, so that's how it works. Nice, perfect. So that will be a wrap up for today's lecture. And since today is just a introduction lecture, I want to wrap it up there. And starting from next week, we will be jumping into the binary and online graphics. Yes.